Many creatures are hard on the environment, wreaking destruction wherever they go. But only humans have the choice of how they impact upon the environment. Elephants knock down trees and crush land and really change the environment wherever they happen to be. And then they move on in a big enough range so that by the time they get back to where they just created such damage, the land has had a chance to recover. Gorillas do the same thing. They'll completely trash an area, flatten everything, create an area that's practically a dead zone. But as soon as they leave, it springs back to life. And then it might be 5 years before they get back to that spot. And by then, it's completely recovered and ready to support them again. Human beings are a little different. We find a place and we foul it. But we can choose. I was in Costa Rica some years back when the system of garbage cleaning was that all the garbage in the cities went into the streets every day, all day long. If you had garbage from your store or from yourself, you just threw it in the streets. Every night, street cleaners would come and completely clean all the city streets. First thing in the morning, the streets were spectacular. And then all day long, cardboard boxes and garbage and trash and fruit and vegetables and wrappers and everything just got thrown in the streets. By the end of the day, the streets were congested with garbage. And then at night, street cleaners would clean it again. I'm in Costa Rica with a group of biology students who came to the jungle to study monkeys. And I'm there to teach them a bit about monkeys. I'm walking the students early on the morning of their arrival through the streets of San Jose. And some of them bought food, and most of the food they bought came in wrappers. And we were walking down the street and they're eating their food, and eventually they had a wrapper in their hands. And one of the students, I saw him look for a place to throw the wrapper. But there were no garbage cans because public garbage cans wasn't the way that the system worked. He looked for a garbage can and he looked, and I said, throw it in the street, which sounded like a very inconsiderate American thing to do in a foreign country, littering. He couldn't do it. He couldn't throw it in the street. So I explained to him the system. Oh, every day the street cleaners come at the end of the day, they clean the streets, and in the morning the streets are clean again, but all day long everybody throws everything into the street. That's the system. And he couldn't get him, he finally took the garbage and put it in his pocket. He couldn't get himself to throw garbage into the street because he was trained not to litter. We have the choice of how we affect our environment, whether we're recycling, whether we're composting, whether we're fouling the environment with the smells and the fumes of machines and cooking, or whether we tread a bit more lightly on the environment, whether we grow our own food or as much of it as we can, whether we eat food that's been locally grown or eat food that left a tread mark 12,000 miles long in order to bring the food to our table. Choose to leave the earth healthier, happier, and environmentally more sound than when you came onto this planet. Make the world a better place. My grand obsession was to bring health and a healthy message to as many people as possible. And through the course of my career, I've helped thousands of people regain their health, and thousands of athletes reach levels of performance even they didn't think was possible. I've done the same for you by spending more than a decade creating and rewriting Perpetual Health until I finally got it the way I wanted. I bring you Perpetual Health 365 because on these pages you can get the benefits that you want from a book on health. If you want to learn how to do fitness to the max, healthy thinking and healthy living for the best possible results, how to eat well, how to interact with others, how to get a sane and healthy view on weight management and personal interactions, and even your own self-talk. Perpetual Health 365 is the book that will change your life for the better.